Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video, and this video today is going to be my preview for the Birmingham City versus Leeds United game. Going into this game, I'll start off, of course, with what I do, go through the starting 11, then look through the previous games, and then give my prediction, and let's see. So let's start off with our starting 11. In my opinion, I do think Meslier will still be our number one. I mean, Fark has said that, by the way, that Meslier will be our number one. So I'm just going to say he's going to be our number one. I'm just going to guess that he will be. So, yeah, he's going to be our number one in goal. Right back, I think we're going to stick with Ayling. People may not like that, and people may be upset with that because he hasn't played well, and he kind of got caught out a bit against Shrewsbury in that game a bit, like what I've heard, because I didn't actually watch the game, as you couldn't. I heard what I heard, over the commentary. Yeah, apparently, and yeah, I heard that he wasn't great, but still, I think he'll still start against Birmingham, and I think, yeah, Ayling will start. In the centre-backs position, I'm actually going to go with Charlie Creswell to start again. I thought he did well when he came on last week against Cardiff, and I thought he showed himself that he was there, bang, I'm here. Yeah, and I think he will start against Birmingham, as he did really well against Cardiff. Next time, I think we're going to go with Strauch. I do think Strauch's going to be still Strauch and Creswell. I do think Rodon, will he start because he just got announced and he's just at the club now? I don't think he'll start this weekend against Birmingham. I don't think he'll play. Could be wrong, and I hope he does. And if he does, I want Creswell to start next to him. I don't want to see Strauch and him. I want to see Creswell and Rodon. But I do think it'll be Creswell and Strauch, though, because I do think he hasn't been here enough time to just chuck him in the starting 11 for this game. So that's what I think we'll do. And then at left back, I will go with Sam Byron because comes off the bench against Cardiff and does really well. And what I've heard against Shrewsbury, he came off the bench again and he did well again. Hjelde, yeah, I don't know about Hjelde. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm saying he's a good backup player, but I do think Byram is ahead of him of current form and currently how he's playing and what he's doing. In front of them, of course, I'll have the double pivot of Ampadu and Gray. There's no one really else to put in there, and Gray and Ampadu did well together. Gray had an amazing debut. I gave him man of the match against Cardiff, so I do think he'll start Ampadu and Gray next to each other in this game against Birmingham, and I think that's what we're going to do. Next up is going to be the three, of course. I will start Dan James on the left because I still think he's a dangerous player, and I think he'll have a good performance, and I think he's a really dangerous player, and I think people underrate him, and I think he can do a lot this season. Like, people always, base things off the first game of the season, and if they don't play well, oh, they're shit, or they're not good enough. Give him time in this season. I think he'll turn his form around and have a good season. In the middle, in the 10, I'm going to go with Sinistera. I'm going to put Cine in the 10. I'm not thinking about this. You could put Somerville in the 10, or you could put Cine in the 10. I'm gonna go Sinistera. I think he'll play in the 10 in this game. Yeah, and I think he's such a great player. Way too good for the championship, this man. Sinistera is way too good for the championship. I can't believe we still got him at the moment. I think he'll leave still, but if we somehow keep him, this should be illegal having Sinistera in the championship. He's too good. Next to him, Somerville, of course. The man who scored the 90th minute equaliser against Cardiff, and someone who's been, I've been impressed with, I've been impressed with the way he's turned things around. Still don't know if he'll be here this season or he's going to go. Still don't know about that. And starting up top, starting at striker, I don't know, because I was going to say Nonto, but this whole thing about Nonto refusing to play for Leeds against Shrewsbury, legit, I don't know. And the thing is, I don't know if he refused. I don't know if it's true, but what I've heard, yeah, he refused what we've got. He's refused to play for Leeds. He's refused to put on the Leeds shirt and play against Shrewsbury. But there's no one else, in my opinion. So I think we will start Nonto up front in this game, and I think that's what will happen. Now let's go to the head-to-head against Birmingham. The last, our last 6 meetings has been 3 wins for us and 3 wins for them, so it's 50-50. 8 goals for Birmingham, 9 goals for us, 13 yellow cards for us, and 16 yellow cards for Birmingham. No red cards for either. Of course, the last time we played them was that great 5-4 win. I remember that. The 5-4, an insane game in the championship in 2019 when we beat them 5-4. Before then, we beat them 1-0. Before that, they beat us 1-0. Then they beat us 2-1. They beat us 1-0. And then we also beat them 2-0. They're the last 6 meetings against them. And yeah, I'm excited for this game because I do think we have a massive chance to win. I think I'm not gonna say we're the better team. I think it'll be a difficult game because I think Birmingham are actually gonna be a good team this year, and I think this will be like a good game. You can probably see Tyler Roberts scoring against us. I would not be surprised. Isn't that such a Leeds thing? A player leaves us, and then next second, bang, he scores against us. Would not be surprised if he scored, because that would be just classic Leeds. But my score prediction, I'm actually going to go with 3-2 Leeds United win. I think it's going to be a higher scoring game. We can't keep a clean sheet, so I'm not going to go with a clean sheet. And I do think we'll win this game in another thriller. It's going to end 3-2 to Leeds United. Let me know your score prediction down in the comment section down below. If you like the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.